They're calling them superfoods, and they may hold the key to preventing the early onset of Alzheimer's. Howard Gibbs reports these superfoods reduce the risks of the dreaded disease. And the good news is they're affordable and easy to find.
Well, you forget things and you get annoyed with yourself because you can't remember what you were doing earlier.
Wilma and her family knew 3 years ago there was something wrong. Then when the diagnosis came, Alzheimer's, they learned it's not just the patient, but also their loved ones who share the pain.
I think the worst part for me was when Mum first didn't recognise me. We were all there and she was having a wonderful time, but she didn't know who we were.
I used to blindfold them, but now I see there's all numbers on a page and I have no idea what they're there for. It's just a waste of time.
Lou, another of the 320,000 men and women in Australia slowly losing their battle against dementia. It's heartbreaking to watch them slip away.
It's very difficult when someone you've loved for nearly 50 years and who's done amazing things in their lives, you see that they're slowly disappearing every day right in front of your eyes. Very difficult.
I was driving down to my office and I was only a couple of streets away from my office and got lost.
Or how about Bob, in the early stages when he realised?
And I'd been going to that office for years and years and years, and I had to ring what's your name again? Valerie. I had to call Valerie and say, I'm here, how do I get to the office?
They're the reason tens of millions of dollars is ploughed into Alzheimer's research every year. Just in Australia, it's estimated there'll be 500,000 patients by 2030 and close to 1 million by 2050.
Most Australians don't understand or know that dementia is in fact a fatal illness. It's a fatal progressive illness of the brain.
John Watkins from Alzheimer's Australia. He believes dementia will become known as the disease of the century because of our ageing population.
Surveys show that Australians are more fearful about developing dementia than almost anything else. It comes second only to cancer with the fear in people's minds.
There's no cure yet, but there's new hope, and it may be simpler than previously thought.
There are particular dietary patterns that we see are beneficial. The Mediterranean diet in particular now is rich in fish, fruit and vegetables.
Professor Ralph Martins from Perth's Edith Cowan University and many other dementia experts have been working on lifestyle fixes for dementia for years. Now from the US, some new research with startling implications. Cholesterol levels can be linked to dementia.
This is very encouraging because it is now pointing us more in the direction that we should be targeting good cholesterol as a means of prevention of Alzheimer's.
That's research that we didn't know a lot about. That's why this is really important. Most important, however, is for Australians to hear it and to do something about it. Get your cholesterol under control.
The basic physiology of Alzheimer's is becoming better known. Patients often have been found to have rogue clumps of protein called amyloids choking the connections of brain cells, causing those cells to die and the brain to wither. What's suggested by the new research is that high levels of so-called bad cholesterol and low levels of good cholesterol may be conditions that this disease thrives in.
The bad cholesterol has been long associated with building up of amyloid, but the good cholesterol, when its levels are up, it tends to play a protective role. We're still trying to understand how it actually does this, but we think it plays an important role in getting rid of the amyloid. So it basically counteracts the negative impact of the bad cholesterol.
We already have the knowledge and drugs to lower the bad cholesterol. Many of us take statins, but less is known about how to get that good cholesterol up.
Unfortunately, there is no drug to date that can raise the levels of good cholesterol, but exercise definitely has a very beneficial effect of raising your good cholesterol.
But then there's diet, so important to a healthy heart. Could it also be fundamental to a good-bad cholesterol balance in other parts of the body? Researchers will explore the possibilities. In other words, what's good to protect the vascular system may turn out to be what the brain needs as well.
So very good message here for Australians. Get your vascular health under control. If you've got cholesterol, do something about it. If you've got high blood pressure, do something about it. If you're developing diabetes, do something about that. If you can do these things, you may be preventing dementia later in your own life.
If upping your good cholesterol and lowering your bad cholesterol are the keys to staving off that dreaded D for dementia, then these, say the experts, are the superfoods that might just help you. They're part of the so-called Mediterranean diet, a diet we already know is very good at preventing heart disease. There's leafy greens, lean meats, oily fish, nuts and pasta. Now, this new research suggests that an eating plan that's rich in all of these elements might just help to delay the onset of Alzheimer's. Good research is a frustratingly slow business, but every step forward brings some hope for an eventual cure.
It's excellent to know that, okay, it may not be helping us, but God willing, it'll help other people.
It is terribly sad, and for a full list of those superfoods, visit our website.